Good morning. We are here on this Monday morning, Piper Peach Radio's Monday Morning Mayhem show. And we're glad to be with you. I tell you what, I got in the car at the house this morning, short sleeve shirt, no jacket, no coat. Felt pretty good. It was a little cool. Then I got in the car and was listening to the weather report and realized I have screwed up.
Yes.
I didn't bring a jacket or a coat. Right now is the warmest it's going to be the rest of the day. It's actually just going to get colder and colder today.
Can you imagine we're sitting here this second full week of March, and they're saying that there could be snow showers in the middle of the day today?
Right. Said between like 11 and 2, we could see snow. No accumulation. Now, don't go run by your bread and milk now. You don't need it. No accumulation because the ground is warm. I mean, it's not, nothing's going to stick. But we could see it, which is kind of nice. I like it like that. I like it when it's pretty and you can see it, but it doesn't affect driving and it doesn't stick. That's my favorite kind of snow since I'm a, thin-skinned Southerner. I mean, I'm used to sunshine and warm weather. I don't like snow.
Well, I guarantee that we would have seen some snow today as if nobody said anything about it.
Yeah, you're right.
But now that they've talked about it,
we won't see it. Yeah, it may not happen.
And by the way, if something is flowing around and it looks like there's something falling, it's probably pollen.
Yeah, if it's not, the yellow snow.
The yellow snow.
Yeah,
don't eat the yellow snow.
Don't eat the yellow snow.
You learned that the hard way, didn't you?
Well, I did.
We're not going to talk about it.
No.
That's a bad memory.
But of course I wanted to eat it because it spelt my name.
Whose handwriting? Never mind. We're not going to go there.
It wasn't mine. That's
Wasn't
what.
mine.
No, it's going to be if it's yellow snow. You don't have to go buy bread and milk. But I'm telling you, that's weird weather. And this could be the last little, burst of cold weather. Although, if you remember, we've had snowstorms late in March.
In
We've
early
had
April.
snow in April.
I remember was it April 4th one year that we had? I mean, and not just a little bit of snow,
No,
a few
had a
snowflakes,
good-
measurable 4 inches of snow.
Yes.
Well, what's the old saying? If it thunders in February, you have a freeze in April.
I didn't know that.
I
I've
think
never heard
that's
that
I
one.
think that's the old saying. So
Wow. Well, we've had some thunder. Well, we'll see because and my grandparents, I remember they wouldn't plant anything or put plants out until after Easter.
That's
And,
right.
Easter can come early, Easter can come late, and this year it's pretty late. But my grandparents wouldn't put anything out till they said, we could have a freeze till after Easter. And of course, sometimes you do, but almanac, poor Richard.
Listen, the most tried and true method of knowing when you should plant is going by the almanac.
There's not many almanacs left. They're
I think
going.
they quit making them.
They quit doing them,
And that's sad.
Tragic.
It really is. And
Didn't Ben Franklin have the Poor Richard's almanac?
I believe
in that?
so.
I think that was Ben Franklin's.
And they were ridiculously accurate.
Of course, they had a lot of reason to be accurate because, everything surprised them. They couldn't tell a hurricane was coming until like 8 hours before it hit, and storms could just appear out of nowhere for them. But the stuff about plantings and seasonal stuff, using woolly boogers and all this stuff, the Indians and the Native Americans and the early settlers learned or knew, pretty amazing, really.
So I know, and we're in an agricultural community. We're in a farming community.
Right.
So those things matter. In fact, talking about that, Colby from Durban Farms will be with us today. We're going to talk about the peach crop. And
you know what I want him to talk about?
What do you?
I want him to talk about his pimento cheese.
It's pretty good pimento cheese.
That and their chicken salad. Mary tells me when I come down here on Mondays and Fridays, why don't you run by Durban Farms on the way back and bring some of that? She wants the chicken salad. I want the pimento cheese.
You know what?
They've been around that family that was, originally, are at Durban Farms. Didn't they start out up in like near Springville or somewhere years ago?
I think that may be the case. I can't remember.
We'll ask them.
But when was the last time you just kind of wandered through Durbin's? And by the way, we have 2 or 3 great places.
We do.
That you can.
I mean, you got Peach
through.
Park, you got Durbin Farms, you got all kind of great places. We're very lucky here in Clinton because I used to have to drive from Birmingham down here, which back then that was a little bit of a drive just to do that. I'd go hit all the places here in Clinton. Loved them all. And my wife grew up in Clear when she was a kid, but they were a pretty poor family, and so there was 6 or 8 kids in it. Anyway, they all came down and picked peaches and cotton here in Chilton County. I know they picked peaches from the Culp family, Culp Farms.
They're on
this back in the 50s.
219 exit, Charles and his family.
Yes. And she did that back in the 50s. We're in our 70s, so this was back in the 50s and 60s.
Charles Culp, the one that had the peach place right there at 219. It's right across the road from the old Union Grove Church and across from the Dollar General now. There's a Dollar General over there now, which that should not surprise you.
I was going to say there's one.
I looked in my backyard the other day. There's a Dollar General.
When they pop up overnight,
they do.
You can leave. I may go back and have one in my yard when I get home today.
You probably will. I would imagine.
I like Dollar General.
Your bride might be happy about that.
Dollar General would be happy about that.
Absolutely.
She'll keep them in business.
But Culp, Charles was instrumental in advancement of the local fire and rescue service.
I didn't know that.
He was the fire chief at Union Grove Fire Department for years and years and years. Died just a few years ago.
I know.
But he has played such a role, in the lives of so many. In fact, you think about it, there's a number of fire chiefs in other major municipalities that trained as part of Union Grove Fire Department.
Is that right?
They just were above average leaders because of their time with Charles.
That's amazing, isn't it?
So when we lost him, and we've lost his bride now, they were especially
pillars of the community.
They really were. Wow. It's but a great legacy lives on in the lives of all these people that went through there.
They made a huge impact on my wife and her siblings and her mom and dad. They saved them too because my father-in-law was he worked in a mill, and a wood mill, and he was a pulpwooder early, and then when he got older, he worked in a mill. What do you call it? Where they make molding and stuff, molding company.
That's right.
And he didn't make a lot of money. His wife didn't work because, of course, they had 8 kids, and they really grew up on a sawmill pay. And so, if they hadn't been able to pick peaches and chop cotton and do some other things, they wouldn't have been able to go to school. Wouldn't have had clothes hardly. The Culps really helped them a lot.
Aren't those the good old days, though? Now,
I guess so.
You're going to throw folks out. When I say the good old days, I know they were hard, but that was back in a time where folks just didn't let somebody starve and just didn't let somebody go cold. They cared about their community, cared about their neighbors.
She said her parents at Christmas time, they were a charity family. So at Christmas, Santa Claus would come by with some helpers, and they brought them a big box that had fruit and food and stuff. And she said the kids went crazy because they actually got to eat a piece of peppermint. They hadn't had that all year, and stuff, treats and goodies. But her mom and dad her mother would go hide in the back of the house, cry because she was so ashamed that they were having to take charity. They were so prideful. And but like you said, the community wouldn't let them not have a Christmas, which, I can see both sides of that. It's it's something else. But yeah, you're right. Those days. And we still do it now. We talk to folks here on this program. We've talked to people that are out doing what they can to help folks who are struggling. And nowadays, the problem is the struggle a lot of times is alcohol, drugs, and I know people had certainly alcohol problems. That's why we had prohibition, a lot of drinking. But, people tried to take care of others. It seemed like more than they did. But I don't know. I think they do it now. I don't know. It's things, people don't change their innards. I think we've got so many more good people than bad. We just don't always see it. There's so much going on in this day, day and time. So, We're glad you're with us on this Monday morning, even though we may see a little snowflakes today.
And speaking of that, the temperature is going in the wrong direction. When I left the house this morning, just before 5 o'clock,
Oh, no.
it was 52.
Felt good.
It was 50 when I got here,
Yep.
and it is a sub 45 now, on its way to
34 or 5, something like that.
Yeah,
Above freezing, but not much.
by noon it's supposed to be 37.
Yeah.
And start rebounding at that point, and it'll rebound all the way up to a balmy 41.
Ooh, sweat weather.
Our high has already
Our
taken
high
place.
was a little after midnight.
Yeah,
actually.
something like
I think
that,
it was
yep.
60-something degrees.
And it
after
was.
midnight.
It was humid.
Yeah,
and
that storm
muggy
came
before
in.
the storm came through.
And overnight, Mary and I both were awakened by some pretty good thunder and lightning and stuff. It seems to have passed now, but holy cow.
I told my church a story a couple weeks ago that since my stroke, the left side will spasm involuntarily. My left arm will whenever I hear a loud noise. Now, granted, somebody's going to come up behind me now and make a loud noise to see this.
Spasm, yeah.
But in the middle of the night, I'm awake because I'm watching the weather, taking care of the family, making sure everything's okay.
Sure.
But every time it thundered, my arm flies up.
I'm sorry, I love that.
I'm sitting here going,
I
really?
think be glad though. Look how weird you'd have looked if it had hit both sides, and you'd be doing this
Well,
one
listen,
every time it thundered.
I'd fly away. I would be like a penguin.
You'd be like a penguin.
Fat penguin. Here we go. But I grabbed my left arm to keep it from doing that because I got mad after the first 3 or 4 times. So I'm just sitting there holding my arm, shaking my head, and it did it. And then my legs back.
Oh man,
you
got a good attitude about it.
I was
though.
kung fu fighting right there in the middle of the night.
You know what? I got a bottle somewhere I've been keeping for years, because just as a collectible of high karate cologne. I need to bring you that bottle of high karate. You remember that?
Just don't take the top off of it, and we'll all be fine.
Yeah. No, I actually
karate.
opened it. It's still the green bottle with the bamboo writing, and it's and greenish blue color. I think it's greenish, colored. I opened it and went, holy. And I thought high karate, when I was a kid, I thought it's like these kids with axe now.
Oh, yeah.
That axe stuff, some of that is hideous. And they just, and of course, back then, high karate, you did it like this and put it on like this.
Right.
A little dab will do you. Kind of like, what was that?
Brill cream.
A little dab will do you. But now they can just fog themselves in axe, and it's not good.
That reminds me of the movie Anchorman. You've seen Anchorman?
I love that. Panther.
Sex Panther. Made with
Actually
bits
has
of real
bits
panther.
of real panther.
So you know it's good.
So you know it's good. He said, stings the nostrils.
Pungent. A lot of stuff going on in the community the next couple of weeks.
Okay,
Bill.
what's happening?
We've got Billingsley High School. The coffee's coming to see you Wednesday. This Wednesday, this is a fundraiser for the school. They'll have coffee, so take your money with you when you go to school at Billingsley and buy you some really good coffee.
Are they selling like coffee to take home and brew, or are they selling cups of
coffee there?
So, like, do they have the fancy ones with the liquids
frou-frou
and the
stuff,
frou-frou? Yeah. Good. I like a little frou-frou.
They call it cafe.
Yeah, cafe.
Clanton football registration's now open. Ages 4 to 12. Go to their Facebook page to register. Cages and Christ Bible Study, Thorsby City Park, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Something to do with the batting cages. Just reaching out to the ball community. Love that.
But it's batting cages and the Bible.
Absolutely.
I like that.
You can do it wherever you are. That's the amazing
right.
thing. South Shelby Connectors. Join them every Friday at 8 a.m. at Adventurers Coffee in Calera. Ever been to Adventurers Coffee in Calera?
I haven't.
It's there in the old town section right
No,
before
I
you
haven't.
go over the railroad track.
Is it? No,
on
I've never
25.
been there.
Really good coffee.
Is it in that little strip where they got the old businesses that have been there for a long time? I love that little area.
And you're going north on 30 when you take a right, like you're going to the interstate, it's on the right.
It is.
So it's
because
really
on the
good.
left is pretty much the railroad track, I think. But yeah, that's neat. I've never been there. I've been to that 7 Brew that's next to the Taco Bell in the other part of Clear over there by Publix and all that. But I love little coffee shops. I'll need to, and I go through there once in a while because I'm a benevolent protective order of elk member. I'm an Elks Club member, and our Elks Club is right there in the old part near the one of the lime plants down there.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
Yeah. So I go by that coffee shop all the time.
You guys have pretty good mixers over there, don't you? I hear about some dances that take place
We
at
had
the Elks Lodge.
I got to cook hamburgers all through the middle of the day Saturday for the Elks Club. They had a craft fair, and so we also offered home grilled hamburgers. I was flipping burgers from 11 to 2. Then I went home, cleaned up, took a nap actually, and then cleaned up and went back to the Elks Club Saturday night for the ridiculous St. Patrick's Day costume contest, the most ridiculous St. Patrick's Day contest winner.
If I would
was
have
the guy
known
that
that, I
was
would have broke out my
ridiculous.
leprechaun costume.
Well, you should have. That's what he kind of had, but it was ridiculous. It was crazy. And then we did have a guy in a kilt, and we had to explain that, St. Patrick's Day, we believe, is Irish and not Scottish. But anyway, that was a little minor thing. And then we did a karaoke night, and a bunch of people sang. And
Did you? What was your
I did not
song?
sing. They, when I sing, people cry, and it's not from emotion. And I told them, I said, there's not enough whiskey and alcohol in this building to get me. Well, I'll get up and sing but there's not enough whiskey and alcohol for you to listen to
That's
me.
right.
I'm not a good singer, but I can talk all day, but you don't want to hear me sing much. But if I do sing, I have one song I sing.
What's that?
Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding.
I would like to hear. I think it is time for a live performance as we get ready to go to break. That one of the great moments in radio right here.
That's the end of
That's
it, of course.
fantastic.
But you don't want to hear me belting out, Dock of the Bay.
Listen, I thought you were
It
going
will
to break
drive
into
you to the Dock of the Bay and jumping in.
just drown myself and get
You
it over
would,
with.
yeah.
Hey, and it could have been the Andy Griffith theme song too. You could
Yeah, I
have
could
rolled
do
right
that.
into that. See, look, it's a great morning. It's a great morning for radio, right here from the
The
Clanton
whistling
Tractor
DJ.
Studio. The
That may
whistling
be the
DJ.
first time I've actually done any extended whistling on the air in 50 years.
Was it great artwork? Whistler's mother,
Yes, that
So
was.
you're
yeah,
Whistler's dad.
I'm Whisper's
your Whistler's
illegitimate
grandpappy.
son, and you know what an illegitimate son is called.
Yes,
so there
we
you
do.
Go.
I don't know. I've never heard you called that, but I
Oh,
haven't
then
listened.
you hadn't
I
heard-
haven't listened.
You
well
hadn't
enough.
been around Mary when
That's
she
right.
was mad at me.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll hear all kinds.
Creative.
I tell people I've been called a lot of names in my life, except they've never called me mechanic, handyman, carpenter, skilled worker. Never been called those.
Useful.
Useful.
that rolls into me.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about today
do.
when we come back. We're going to talk about the recap the county softball tournament that wrapped up on Saturday. We're going to talk about the start of the county baseball tournament today.
Does that start today?
That starts today. Yep.
Wow.
It is going to be a polar plunge instead of a baseball tournament. Auburn fails to make.
Polar plunge today?
Yeah, there's
That's
a creek
apt.
right behind the. Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
be
be,
good. No, that won't be a polar plunge. I hope
Unless
not.
somebody falls in.
Yeah, but there's a creek right behind the stadium, so
Well, it could happen.
it's possible. Those right field renegades there at Jack Cage
field
Field.
renegades.
Auburn fails to make the NCAA tournament. There'll be a 1 seed in the NIT. We'll take a look at the SEC's teams making the NCAA tournament bracket. We'll talk about some strange news from around the world as well.
I like that. We also have kind of some sad news I want to bring up, but it's just as a tribute to some people we lost in the
And
war.
the movie, the documentary Alabama Solutions.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
up for an Oscar last night. It did not win.
Didn't win anything.
We'll go a little bit deeper into that, but it is a very interesting work.
It
if
is.
You've not watched it.
I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've seen
Snippets of it. Well, folks, we are up against our first break. That's Dollar Bill Austin right there.
Hi,
I'm Jason Green.
that's Jason Green.
He calls me the Padre. The Padre.
Well, you are the Padre.
Well, he calls me worse than that, but that's what he calls
No,
me when
I
he's
still
trying to
want
be
to
nice.
get you a monk robe. I want you to dress up like a Padre. I want the hat and the monk's robe. And
That would make you giggle a little bit,
It
wouldn't
would. And then, of course, I'd make a loud noise, so you'd do this.
A spastic padre. Well, the spastic padre
Or
and
spasmodic.
dollar bill.
That'd be more spasmodic.
Spasmodic padre.
Yeah, there we
and
go.
dollar bill. I think you got the winning end of that
I
particular
did. If
name.
you use those monikers,
Yeah,
I did.
I think you did.
And that's rare.
That's very
It's rare.
You
I come out on the top end of anything.
Well, guys, you hang with us. We'll be back in the Clanton Tractor Studios in just a moment. You're listening and watching by YouTube and Facebook, Morning Mayhem.
Committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
Welcome
We are
back.
back. Yeah, Jollar Bill and Jason here with you on this Monday morning. It's going to be colder as the day goes on, and maybe even we see a little snow. But again, no accumulation, so don't panic or anything. It just might be pretty. Nothing's going to stick. That's what they say. Now, at 2 o'clock when you're shoveling snow and you're going through a 3-foot, don't blame me. I'm just the messenger.
We're always reminded by the local weathermen that snow predictions in this part of the country are very, very difficult. So,
Yes, they are. And most of the time, like you said, when they say there's going to be snow, don't worry about it.
yeah, don't worry about it.
It's the ones that go, no, we shouldn't see any accumulation. Dig in.
Dig in, yeah. And when they go,
Buy batteries, buy bread and milk.
when they give you that, look, you're in trouble.
You're
yeah.
done.
Yeah, it's going to
You're
be a blizzard.
done.
Could be worse. We could be in Wisconsin and Illinois and Michigan right now.
Yes, they're getting hammered.
Dozens of inches, 2 feet of snow in some places.
And they've had tornadoes and stuff. I mean, they've gotten what we usually get in the springtime and early summer.
It
They're
sounds
getting
like
hammered.
a bad sci-fi horror movie. Snow tornadoes, Snowmageddon, something like that.
If
Tornadoes
the shark
and
starts
snow.
falling out of the
I'm
air,
done.
yeah, I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Sharknado.
We know that there was a tragedy. Anytime there's military activity,
yes.
anytime there's battles, wars, anything you want to call it, military actions, police actions, that there's always that risk to the men and women of the national defense that something can happen. There can be loss of life, and we experienced that, Bill.
We did, and it hit kind of local because, you heard last week that KC-135 tanker plane went down, killing like 6 or 7 people on board. Well, it turns out that the 3 of those that were killed were connected to Birmingham. One of them was a new father, a guy named Major John Clinner. Everybody knew him as Alex Clinner. He was only 33. He had just been promoted to major about 2 months ago. He'd been deployed less than a week, and he was, I think, one of the boomers on the thing. And he lives in Trussville. Sad thing is, he's leaving his wife and 3 small children, 7-month-old twins and 2-year-old son, who'll, maybe never know him. That's what's sad. He's so young that the 2-year-old might have a memory, the others won't, the twins won't. But anyway, he leaves his wife there in Trussville. So he was actually from our area. I mean, he grew up. The other 2 were women. Ariana Salvino, she was only 31. She was a pilot, and she worked at the 99th Air Refueling Squadron in Birmingham. And she did some big stuff there. She'd been around because she was a captain, doing really well. Really, so sad because she was only 31. And then a young mother, a tech sergeant, her name was Ashley Pruitt. Now, she was from Bardstown, Kentucky, but she also had most recently been serving with the 99th Air Refueling Squadron there at the Sumter Smith National Guard base at the Birmingham Airport.
And it's a joint operations system. They're a partner or a sister squadron with the 117th
Refueling Wing there in
Birmingham. It's Birmingham and Knoxville, I think.
Well, and these are Air Force that work there. And then, of course, the 117th is Alabama Air National Guard.
Right.
So even though they weren't part of the 117th, they were stationed there in Birmingham. And she was only 34. And I think she had just had a young child or something. So just, that's one of those things you hear about these things and you're so really upset about any death or any casualty. But these people had a little closely reaction, or connection with us. And of course, the young man from Trussville, that's just feels worse when they're from this area or connected to us. So I don't know. They haven't said yet what really happened. Apparently it was a midair collision, wasn't shot down by anybody. They were in safe airspace. Apparently they were refueling airplanes on a mission, but they were in a safe area. And apparently there was a collision because they also said, although the tanker went down and crashed and killed them all on board, the other aircraft was damaged, but managed to go back and land. Right. So there had to, I mean, I'm assuming there was some midair collision or something. We'll find out, but it's no matter what the cause, it's just tragic.
Yeah,
And that, like you said, it's when you earn warfare. I had an uncle. I lost 3 uncles in World War II. My dad lost 2 brothers. My mother lost a brother. My mother's brother was actually killed in a training accident. He had already seen, he was in a dive bomber, and he'd already seen action. They brought him, since he had done several missions, they kind of reward guys and let them calm down. They bring them back here to teach the younger guys what they've learned in combat, and then they'll send them back. So he was back over here training guys off the Atlantic coast in dive bombing, and another pilot ran into him, and they both died. So, you have training accidents, you have operational accidents like this one that's part of the war effort, but it wasn't the end. And of course, the horrible thing too is friendly fire accidents. This, in a sense, is friendly fire. But anyway, we want to just acknowledge that. Hope there aren't any more.
No, you would expect as this continues, though, that there probably will be.
Well, they say that hopefully, even Trump says this thing's only going to last a couple of more weeks, and I hope that's true. And then there's all this mess in the Strait of Hormuz, and he's trying to get other countries, to help us keep that open. It's in their benefit to do so. They use more of that oil than we need. But, he's thrown tariffs at a lot of these countries to kind of almost punish them, and now he's turned around having to ask them to help. A lot of them are not doing it.
No.
They're saying no. So
well, they can
we'll
only say no for so long.
Right. When gas,
because
the oil prices are now $110 a barrel. I think yesterday or today they were saying they're at 110. That's pretty high. 90's high, so 110 is really high a barrel. And of course, the oil reserves and stuff, their gas prices in some countries are just through the roof and are gonna go higher. And you see what's happened here. Our gas, and I don't understand why our gas prices have gone up so fast, so much, because we have vast reserves.
right.
But it's politics, I guess, or it's a knee-jerk reaction by the companies.
I have a good friend of mine that he and his wife were on a company trip out to Los Angeles this past week.
Uh-oh.
And they were looking at gas prices, and gas prices in California,
$5 or more?
nearly $6. And the people of California are requesting that the governor just, while this is going on, just say we're going to take that tax off. But there is the gas tax in California
Must be
is
horrendous.
over $2 a gallon.
$2 a gallon
The tax.
just for the tax.
Yeah.
Well, I've always, of course, they've got all that stuff where they also demand that the gas has to be cleaner or more refined than everybody else's, so it already makes it more expensive. And then you add $2 a gallon for taxes. I don't know how Californians live. I really don't. Their prices
Not well.
for everything out there, yeah, it's now they, their pay scales, I guess, are a little better, but it's just like my son and his family live up near Boston, and they, if you can get any house, a little old house that's just decent, if you can get it for $1 million around Boston, you jump for joy. And down here we go, what? I mean, you start talking $300,000 for a house, and you're going, that's expensive. That's a big house.
That's a big house.
And I remember he bought his first house right out of college, and it was I think it was $1.2 million, and this is 18 years ago, I guess. And then I said, how can you afford? I mean, you and your wife both work, you make good money. Well, then I found out their salaries in Massachusetts sounds phenomenal. They were making so much money, like a couple of $100,000 each. Wherever down here, people are lucky to make 60, 70, that's good money. And up there, you got to make 120,000 to be poverty almost, because of the same thing, taxes and all that. And Massachusetts is crazy. They really are.
Kind of.
You don't have to spend anything on guns up there.
No, you don't.
Don't have to spend any money on guns because they don't allow it. That is a state. I don't know if you can have a gun in there, even a hunting rifle.
You got $1 million home, but you can't defend it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can get they sell you baseball bats and rock. You can get a rock. That's about all you. I guess you can go get a kitchen knife, as long as it's not over 8 inches or something. Massachusetts is crazy. He ended up moving to Providence, Rhode Island, which is, 20 minutes
That's
away.
supposed to be a beautiful place.
It is. I love Providence. It's up on a hill over the bay, and it's just really a pretty little town. And you can walk. They live right almost on the Brown University campus, which is downtown. And it's the home of the Baptist Church. The first Baptist church was in Rhode Island, and there's this big cathedral up on the hill. And the little town is really pretty, and they've got lots of coffee shops and restaurants and stuff. It's really nice. I'd never been to Providence till they moved there. And of course, they just had that shooting where the guy went crazy on the campus. Turns out that was literally where he shot all those people and was running around, was literally 200 yards from my kid's house. And they never locked their doors or anything up there. It's crazy. And then what's weird is you're in Providence, Rhode Island. I went out on his back porch one day, and he's in town in a house that was built in the 1870s, big house, nice house. And a deer came running across the backyard.
Wow.
I went, never thought that would happen up here, but they have white-tailed deer running around in Providence, Rhode Island.
You were talking about baseball bats to defend your home.
Yeah, but it has to be aluminum.
Yep, absolutely.
Or if it's wood, it can't be
It's got to be recycled wood. It's a composite.
Yeah, it's got to be composite.
My dad was a ferocious home defender with a baseball bat, but it really wasn't against people. He worked for the federal government for 40 years in federal law enforcement, so he was pretty handy with a
Baseball
firearm.
bat?
Well, with a firearm.
firearm.
Yeah, he was giving whoever a chance by using a baseball bat. That was the only chance I had. Anyway, he had a takedown in the yard.
No way, with a baseball bat.
With a baseball bat. It was an armadillo that had been plowing up the yard, and he got sick of it. So in the middle of the night, he goes to get a glass of water, and there's a security light sitting on the far end of the yard, and he saw the armadillo just making circles in the yard, digging ruts in the yard. He went out the back door in the middle of the night, caught his foot, broke his foot, went out into the light, under the light, and
broken foot.
With a broken foot in his whitey tighties, killed the armadillo.
He did. He was able to kill it.
That is the single greatest we live in the South, y'all come down and have a good old time story that I can think of from our family.
In his underwear.
In his underwear.
Under a street light.
Security light, about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning, baseball bat, armadillo.
That's right.
Is it armadillo or armadilla?
Armadillo.
Because the 2 L's are supposed to be a Y in Spanish.
Well, I've never... I guess if it was cooked on a flat top and stuck inside a tortilla, it would be an armadillo. Armadillo.
Like a quesadilla. Armadillo, quesadilla.
Armadillo.
We have our Spanish friends that come in and do our... I'm going to ask them how they pronounce armadillo, because I've always said armadillo. But I got corrected one time by a friend of mine. It is not Spanish, by the way. He's Homewoodian.
Yeah.
And he told me, I think it's armadillo, because it's like como se llama, which has got 2 L's, And
what's a llama got to do with it?
And that's what I told him. I said, is it, and by the way, is it llama or llama?
Llama.
I'm going to ask the Spanish girl when she comes in.
I'm so confused by the direction of this conversation.
But you can understand. You see how much Spanish I know.
I
know the important words. I know burrito, taco, enchilada. And of course, margarita, cerveza.
Probably the last two more so than even the first ones.
I've used cerveza and margarita a lot.
No.
But I've also done a lot of burrito. Yeah.
Hey, and we're great. It's great to live locally because we've got great Mexican food in Chilton County.
We do. So, yeah. Oh man, and lots of choices, and they're all good.
And they're all a little different too, which is really cool too.
They really
love
are.
It. Love that community. They do. such a valuable portion of
They
who
are,
we
and a lot of them
Love it.
do so much more for the community than people realize. They donate food, they donate services, they support charities, they support the schools. It's pretty amazing, and they do it quiet. They don't really make a big deal of it, and I don't think people realize how much. Well, a lot of the restaurants do. These poor restaurant owners in town, we got some great ones. They get hammered by all the youth baseball leagues, and I'm not saying that's a negative, but it is as a shop owner or a business owner, you kind of get hammered. There's so many people coming all the time. Won't know if you'll sponsor a team, put a sign in the field, put something in a program, and it's not just sports. It's the cheerleading and the little queens. You got the strawberry queens, the peach queens, the
Blackberry
queen.
the Swedish queens,
Yeah. So
dancing queens.
these guys, and they spend the money. They'll buy a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
You didn't hear that one.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear the dancing queens either.
The dancing queens. You are the dancing. I'm sorry. See, my singing should not be heard.
That's pretty good though, right there. That is.
I did put a little vibrato in the word queen. Queen. That's what professional.
It's more like the goat queen.
Well, it is. Daddy. It makes my sisters hate. My sisters, I have 3 sisters, and they're pretty much all vegetarians. And they're those kind of crazy vegetarians. Like, they don't eat meat because of health reasons. They eat it because they don't want to kill anything. And so they're just like, not quite as bad as some of the PETA people, but they're close. And so they found out one day that I'd gone to this restaurant and really enjoyed some lamb. It was so good. And they said, "You ate lamb?" I said, "Yeah, it was good." And they have not spoken to me since, and that was 2 years ago.
Listen, I love animals. I do. I love the spotted owl.
Oh God!
When you deep fried it,
snail
tastes a lot
darter
like
is
chicken.
one of the best tasty snail darter sandwich.
Come on.
And I figure it this way, Jason. If God had not wanted us to eat animals, He would not have made them out of meat.
Exactly. Listen, the process of deep frying or roasting over an open fire would never been a concept put in the heart of man. Never. If we weren't supposed to do that.
I think so. And the deep frying thing is, people call it French fries, but that's Southern. I'm sorry,
Well,
maybe Southern France.
I'm starting my own PETA organization.
Are you really? What's that?
People eating tasty animals. That's it. I'm in.
I'm gonna be your first. I'll be your first member. I'll pay the dues.
What are we meeting?
Wherever we can get a
Let's
steak.
don't pay dues. Let's just go eat something.
Let's just go eat some meat.
This will transition us into the next segment.
Oh.
When I got home from the county tournament on Saturday night, Kristen had chuck eye steaks that she grilled.
Really?
I've taught her how to grill, and she's so good
Is
at it.
she good at it?
She's good at it. Oh, my gosh, she's good at it. And then I don't eat a big baked potato. I eat about half a baked potato. But it was waiting on me, and it was, Bill.
Wasn't that good? Isn't that a treat?
It was a good night because it had been a long week.
A lot.
We're going to talk about it when we come back.
You worked a lot over the weekend, yeah.
I got a lot more this week. We'll talk about that when we come back. You're listening to Morning Mayhem. That's Dollar Bill. I'm Jason. We're back here in the Clanton Tractor Studios right after this.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com. Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family.
Need care fast? Come see us at Chilton Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it. Looking to save some money and keep your vehicle running smooth? Head to McSweeney Auto Group for their oil change special, just $29.95. Mark your calendar for March 11th, 12th, and 13th, and again, March 26th, 27th, and 28th. And that's not all. This special will continue the 2nd and 4th weeks of April and May, giving you 3 full months of savings. Here's how it works. Take a quick test drive and receive your oil change voucher. It's that simple. Offer valid Tuesday through Thursday only. Excludes high performance and diesel oil changes.
And welcome back to Morning Mayhem. Dollar Bill and Jason with you for, about the next hour and 15 minutes. I don't know. I haven't looked at the clock. Who needs a clock?
You know, I'm retired. I don't even need a calendar.
That's right. You don't need it.
You know what's sad? I got retired. You know, I worked for 50 years on a pretty strict schedule for 50 years. And now I can't tell you hardly what day of the week it is. I have to be reminded that it's Monday and I'm coming here, or Friday and of course, my age now, I got to remember what days I go to the doctor, what days I go get an infusion. I mean, it's become that too. I don't have friends and fun anymore. I've got doctor's appointments. It's getting old is a pain. I'm glad I'm here. Don't get me wrong.
But let me ask you a question. When was the last time that you watched 11 softball games over 3 days?
Never.
Well, that's what Baden and I and
Did
Coach
you watch
Lisa
that?
Robinson.
Y'all did that many games?
We had the county girls softball tournament. All the county schools got together. They started with pool play last Thursday night. They did 3 games Thursday, 3 games Friday, and 5 games on Saturday.
That's 11 games.
It was, and the golden tones of the redneck Padre Jason Green was behind the microphone for every one of them.
Every one of them. You called 11 games in 3 days.
Had great help first night from Mike Ellison, and Coach Robinson was Lisa came on and helped do the rest of them. Lisa's so knowledgeable. Mike is such a great guy. We really have great people coming on the broadcast right now. So Chilton County High School comes away with a win in the tournament.
Very good.
It was impressive. I want to say that the Lady Tigers hit 12 home runs over the course of 3 days.
Wow.
2 of those days, there were 4 home runs in each game. They
got some power hitters, don't they?
But then it was everybody. You had, in this tournament, you had 1A schools, you had a 2A school, you had a 3A school, you had a 5A school, and a 6A school.
Is Clinton
this is
6A?
Pre-reclassification.
Yeah.
Pre-reclassification. And everybody played pretty well.
Even the 1As against the
1As.
6A.
Yep. In fact, the best game maybe of the tournament outside of the Jemison Isabella game was 5-4 Isabella. Isabella comes back. We've not seen them hit the ball like this. They play 6A Chilton County High School, and they come out rocking their world. And it was nip and tuck for the first 4 innings.
What is Thorsby?
3A.
3A.
Yeah.
Rocking on a 6A team.
And Thorsby had some issues on Saturday, which normally don't see them. We're very blessed in Chilton County, and all 6 of these high school softball teams have bright spots. Let me just tell you, but 3 of them are probably going to be deep playoff run teams.
Really?
I really think so. I really feel like Maplesville and Chilton County played for the championship, and it was. I really think it was just a depth thing. Maples was extraordinarily good for
And what
1A.
are they? What's their?
They're 1A.
One really?
Got to and
they're,
have a
they're 1A. That's right,
legitimate-
because they just won the football.
legitimate shot, I think, at winning the 1A tournament. Legitimate shot. A lot of things have to fall into place. They can hit the softball top to bottom of their lineup. They've got to have they're pitching. They play great defense. Their pitching's going to be, and they've got great pitchers. You understand? But that's going to be the difference maker if they get great innings.
What is the deal with Maplesville having so much sports talent down
It's always
there?
been that way. Wow. Always been that way. If you go back and for years and years and years and you just look at the athletes that they've produced, it's consistent college athletes, consistent professional athletes across the board. So and great people. You know, Coach Robinson knows so many and has known so many over there. We were able to talk about people that we've known that I went to school with and ended up playing college ball, that coached at Maples. It's
Amazing.
a great community. But the thing is, now Isabella showed a version of it. Says it started an 8th grader in pitching.
An 8th grader.
And she did a phenomenal job.
Really?
Probably the smallest kid on the field in every game she played. And she just was gutty. Torres was her last name. She's going to be something special.
Got an arm on her, does she?
And that Isabella team is half of them are 7th and 8th graders playing varsity softball. They do a great job. The head coach there is Jared Day. He gets a lot of help, but Jared is. That's the great thing about Chilton County right now. Across the board, the women's sports are getting a quality of coaching
That's awesome.
across the board that is undeniable and uncommon. But then you see that development.
You know, up until the last few years, of course, women's sports was just a throwaway. You know, everything was put behind the boys. I mean, when I was in school, I don't know that I ever saw a softball game, a volleyball game. Well, I did go look at a volleyball game one time because the girls wore shorts, and that's all I was caring about. But, you know, women's sports were just throwaways at high schools and colleges. And then, of course, gymnastics and a few other things started making the schools money and making a name for the schools. And that's when they started putting a little more in it. Of course, colleges now, they will still make the majority of their money from basketball and football. And baseball, softball, women's sports all kind of get brought up by some of that money. But, you know, things have changed the last 5 or 6 years. Women's basketball, all the women's sports have really become spectator sports and moneymakers.
When I was in college, I worked with the athletic department. I was sports information, athletic training. I was involved in both of those programs, and then at the same time, for a couple of years, I was a student assistant of the women's basketball
Really?
team.
What school?
I fought at Montevallo.
Montevallo, I love Montevallo.
Gulf South Conference Division II.
Go Falcons.
They're a very good ball club.
They are.
So, and they ended up, I don't know, they were playing yesterday in the South Regional, the men's basketball team. I don't know who won. But I followed, my assignment was women's athletics. And when I was in high school, it was throwaway.
Yeah.
Just like you're talking about.
Yeah.
But when I got there, you start seeing all-American caliber athletes in women's soccer, in women's volleyball.
Right.
And everything that they had. Now, they didn't have softball when I was there.
They
But they do
didn't?
now, and they're very
They're
good.
good.
Good friend of mine, Ronnie Holzenbach, is a
I know
coach
Ronnie
up there. You know,
Holzenbach. Yeah.
He helps with them. But
Well, you know, I went to Marion Institute, and they have girls softball now. That, you know, back in the 70s, they started letting girls come to Marion. It was an all-boys school. And, of course, when I was coming up, Montevallo was an all-girls school. It was the
Alabama College.
Normal school, they called it back then for teachers. But
and then I got there, and it was completely abnormal.
that's very nice.
That's right. That's how I roll.
I love that. Well, you roll that well.
Thank you.
But you're right. And I go watch Marion. It's a junior college, but they'll play Montevallo once in a while. They usually get beat, but they play them. And of course, I go because my wife and I have done a lot with the University of Montevallo for 30 years. Mary was a banker in town, and they would always get me to come MC stuff. And I'm kind of I'm an honorary alumni with you of Montevallo. I'm honorary. You actually paid your dues.
I'm honorary. I went, but I went there. But yeah.
Well,
anyway.
if you went there, you paid the dues. But I love watching the girls softball. Some of them grind it out, and they are some. I see some of these girls that are tough players. They are not shy, and they're aggressive, and it's really it's fun to watch. It really is.
Last week we saw great softball.
Did you really?
Again, we talked. There were 18 home runs over 3 days.
That's
total.
amazing.
A dozen by the Chilton County High School Tigers to begin with.
We saw a
everything.
home run with softball is hard.
And this was not these looper wind aided just easing over. We're watching
With rockets.
240, 250, 275 foot shots that when they leave the bat, it sounds like a cannon going off, and it's just
amazing.
It was tedious at times.
Sure,
because there's
baseball and softball can be,
but there was too much excitement in every game for you to get bogged down. And Saturday, it was a long day, but it went by far quicker than I thought it would.
How many games? 5?
5 on Saturday.
Holy cow.
9, 11, 1, 3, and 5. And we walked out of the ballpark at 8:30 that night. We got there at 7:30 and walked out at 8:30. It was a long day, but it was a good day. We love what we do, Bill.
Well, that's, let me tell you something, Jason. I just kind of come down here and help when I can with Piper Peach Radio. But I got to tell you why I really love doing it. Because this station does what stations should do and don't do. And that is really involve themselves in community, in school, and in civic community. Y'all have you air the election stuff, in the candidate forums. You do cover amazingly. I mean, it'd be one thing if you had 1 or 2 high schools in the area. You got what, 5?
6.
6 high schools, and y'all do a great job of trying to serve all of them, which is, and with a staff of just a few. Yeah. It's amazing. I commend you, and I'm just saying that to blow smoke because I'm on this. I'm just telling you, this is a jewel because there are a lot of towns that need what Piper Peach is trying to do, and they don't have it. And they may have stations, it's just expensive or hard, and they're not willing to put the work in. And you guys, like you said, 11 games covered in 3 days. Unbelievable.
And listen, and from start to finish, we were the media outlet that was there from start to finish. And we'll be the media outlet that's there from start to finish of the high school baseball tournament, which starts today at Jack Case Field in Clanton.
Oh, my God.
4:30 today, Jemison and Maplesville play. That'll be a great one.
Where are they playing?
They're going to play in Clanton at Jack Case Field. That's where all the games will take place.
Oh, they are.
Week.
They're all going to be played here.
And there will be games every day between now and Saturday. Wow. It'll be championship Saturday again. They'll open with 2 games today, and it will be the Jemison Panthers.
Oops, sorry.
I told them never to call me here. It was the Jemison Panthers taking on Maplesville at 4:30, and you're going to, I suspect, this is what I think, you're probably going to see the 2 best pitchers in the county play in game 1. I think you may see Eli Hubbard, which is at Maplesville, and then I think you probably will see Carter Domino as well. But the next game will be Chilton County High School taking on Thorsby at 6:30. And again, Thorsby is an outstanding 3A ball club. They were in the playoffs last year. Should be again this year. Wow. Those are the first 2 days.
And that's tonight.
First 6. Yeah. 4:30 and 6:30 game times for those 2 games. So folks,
hope the weather's okay.
Bundle up, put some hot hands in your pocket, wear the Nanook from the North winter suit, and come on out and watch some high school baseball.
Come out looking like Nanook of the North and watch some baseball. I love it.
Baden says that we have to take a break.
Oh, let's break.
Well, we will break. We'd like to thank our sponsors
Break
before we
dance.
do. Chilton Mobile Home Supply, Central Alabama Wellness, Coca-Cola, Chilton Chamber of Commerce, Larry Puckett Chevrolet. Boy, we had a good visit with Kirk Mims of Larry Puckett Chevrolet on Saturday there at the tournament, too. Appreciate everything that he does. Putter Up, Woods Surfside Marina. That's hard to say. Market 22, This and That Vinyl, and Workout Anytime.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Make sure you go out and support these local businesses that help us bring you Morning Mayhem. Back with more in just a moment. It's Colby.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
We are back on this Monday, and it's a crazy Monday weather-wise, so be aware. The warmest, what it is right now, is the warmest it's going to be until a couple of days, another day or so. It's going to get colder and colder as we go through midday. Chance we could see some snow in the air, snow flurries, mainly between 11 and 2 today. Nothing's going to stick. It's no accumulation expected. The ground's really warm. So it might be pretty, but it's not going to impede your travel. Just be careful and bundle up because it's cold. Colby Jones with us here from Durbin Farms. Colby, thank you for being in here with us, man.
Here. Yes, sir.
I tell you what, I love Durbin Farms. You know, we're so lucky, as Jason and I talked about earlier. We've got so many nice places around here that has, produce and products and fun stuff. And I got to tell you, Colby, I come down there. Mary will call me when I'm leaving here on Mondays and Fridays and say, pimento cheese, chicken salad, don't go.
Yeah. Well, at least you know, though. You got the order down pat then, right?
I do. I mean, but I also don't want to go. And, of course, you can't just go in there. I don't just buy.
Yeah.
I come out like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
But I love your place.
Well,
and
thank you.
and y'all, your family's tremendous with all this stuff and has a long legacy. I do want to plug your new book.
Oh, well, thank you.
I was in there last week, and a young lady behind the counter said, have you seen our new recipe cookbook kind of thing? I said, y'all got a cookbook? She said, I've got a lot of our recipes because she knows I like your pimento cheese and your chicken salad so much and other stuff too. But I said, oh, let me look. And it's not just a cookbook. It is a beautiful, like almost a table book that you'd want to leave out because it's got some of the most beautiful photographs of your farm and stuff around. It's just amazing. What brought that to light?
Well, I mean, my sister and I, we've kind of been wanting to do something like that for a very, very long time. Because
You have a long legacy in your family.
It is. I mean, on my dad's side, I mean, we're about seventh generation. I mean,
Seventh.
coming from Tennessee, family working
Right.
down through that.
And then coming down into north of Birmingham up there.
Up in Blount
Hayden.
County up there.
Blount County. I love Blount County. It's pretty.
Yes, sir. So it's kind of like that homage to kind of show people kind of exactly where we came from and kind of how we've always had our fingerprints and everything.
Well, you've always been people of the land too,
Yes, sir.
and that's really neat. I know I met your family back years ago when y'all were up in Hayden. You had big farms up there and had the Christmas stuff
on the farm and
It was
everything.
wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
And then now here with Durbin Farms, and it's just a great place. But y'all still got your fingers in the land, right?
Yes, sir. You have to. You got to
Yes.
have your fingers on the pulse, anyways, for sure.
So what are you doing now as far as farming?
We really don't farm as much now.
Right.
And we kind of learned that when we first took on the business. I mean, even in scripture, it tells you can't serve two masters.
No,
when
you're right.
running that type of industry and that type of business.
You better put everything in what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Well, you do a great job.
If you try to split your, percentages up, something's going to fail somewhere.
Well, y'all still depend a lot on your produce market, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's probably you got a great cafe and a great gift shop. We'll talk about that. But the produce is what pulls a lot of people in, especially travelers going up and down. The interstate will come in there to get the fresh peaches and when it's peach season, and of course, all the produce, okra, everything. You get that all from mostly local farmers,
Mostly
is that
local,
right?
As much as we can.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of varies and they build off of each other.
Right.
So in the wintertime, you kind of depend on the sandwich shop. And
Yes,
the
you
ice
do,
cream
yeah.
shop. Because, I mean,
Produce is down to
if it's-
potatoes and onions.
Exactly. If it's weather like today, you're really not going to have a ton of people
No.
out there in 40 and 30-degree weather out there shopping around for produce. They
Got
want to
any
get in and get out.
watermelons?
Yeah. Oh, I get peaches in January. People come through asking for peaches.
No,
in
do
January.
they
Oh,
really?
yeah. And I just tell them, yeah, we got them inside. They're just frozen.
Yeah,
and
you-
ice cream,
frozen.
and
We get it in
cobblers
ice.
and something.
We got it in milk.
Yeah. it's
No,
all-
and
it's-
that ice cream is so good.
Well,
Oh
thank
my
you.
God! In that
Thank
ice
you.
cream shop, peach season. Have you been talking to your people that bring you the peaches in? How's it looking? Is this cold weather going to hurt us? What's going on?
I mean, it's kind of one of those things that we deal with every single year.
Right.
I mean, we're
is.
used to it.
Sure.
I mean, we had, I was talking to Jared Burnett and Henry Williams the other day, and they were already getting gas brought in for a lot of their wind machines. I was
Yeah.
talking to Andy Millard up at Mountain View. And normally, Andy, because he doesn't really have wind machines up there, normally they bring in helicopters. And I was asking him, okay, what's the plan? Are y'all bringing in helicopters and stuff? And he said, actually, it's getting tougher and tougher to bring in the helicopters.
Well, they're
Find the
so
pilots to do it.
friggin' expensive.
Oh, it is.
You know, I've got a legacy with that. I used to fly with Dick Parker, who had the Channel 6, Channel 13 helicopter, Channel 6 helicopter. I did the traffic reports for years in a helicopter for Birmingham traffic. And so I did two things on the off season. I either flew with them over the peach orchards down here, or they did controlled burning where they had a burn unit. They could clear land and do controlled burning. And I remember it's always mainly at night. You would be hovering over these dark peach fields. Sometimes they'd have fires going and
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
It was kind of eerie.
It is kind of
But
eerie.
I got to tell you, it was expensive.
Yes.
And now it's hideously expensive. You don't get a cheap helicopter and fuel and all that. And like you said, there are now so few pilots who are qualified to do it.
Exactly.
It's dangerous.
Well, and that's what Andy was saying. I mean, even if that person comes in, whether they fly or not, if the temperature shoots up and you really don't need them out there, you've done paid for that person to be there.
Well,
You
yeah,
done paid for the fuel.
you had to
Yeah, you had
because they're
to.
doing your job, whether
Exactly.
they do it or not.
In which I was mentioning that to Andy, and he said he's actually got some guys that on a timber company, I think out in another state, and they're bringing in large drones. They're going to run drones to the field.
I
Which
hadn't thought about
And
big
which
drones.
to me, that's what I mentioned to him. Cost efficiency wise, now with how smart technology is, if you had I mean, a bunch of large drones, and they sit there and they map out the geography,
And they
can
do
just
it by
sit-
GPS.
Yeah, they'll just sit there.
No
and run.
human being. You
Yeah.
just, it's automated.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them to run the circuit.
Oh yeah,
That's
when
brilliant.
When we were in Blount County, though, that's what we used to do was control burning up there, which they don't let you do it anymore. We used
No.
to burn tires and coal and everything. You come
Yeah.
out there the next morning, you look like you were in a coal mine. You just
Right.
get covered
Covered in
in
s-
soot
well,
and everything.
I used to help. We'd have these burners under the helicopter, and basically you mixed napalm. It was you mixed soap and diesel fuel and I think some gas. But anyway, you had a certain formula, and you'd mix that stuff in it. You get all smelly, and then there the helicopter would go burning, dropping napalm in areas and with the wind, and they don't do it anymore much, but it's amazing. But again, the point is stuff like that costs so much money, but you might need to do that to save the crop.
Oh yeah.
So then the price gets passed on to the consumer. But let me tell you, I'll pay heavy for Chilton County peach. If
Yes, sir.
They're delicious and they're beautiful.
Well, and you're seeing it. I've even seen it. Me dealing with buying produce during this time of the year, even coming out of states like Florida, because they had that cold snap that wiped out a lot of crops down there. Corn right now wholesale for us, and what we're doing. We're not talking about a Walmart and things like that. Corn right now jumps between $60 to $70 wholesale. For
Really, why? What happened with the corn crop?
down there, they had cold damage back there when the front moved further south. It damaged
and they're not
a lot of
prepared for
stuff.
that.
No.
I mean, they don't have, we at least know it's a possibility here for our local crops to be hit by cold.
Yes, sir.
Down in Florida, they don't even really think about it much.
Well, and then it's different for your small fruit markets like us, because that's what our main competition when it comes to is you're dealing with, especially with locals, pricing. They don't care about the quality. They're looking at, oh, well, I paid this much at Walmart, or I paid this much at so-and-so, and that's what I have to explain to them.
Bingo.
It's the distribution and logistics. Walmart goes into a lot of these fields and tells them what they're going to pay.
Exactly.
And either they pay you that, or you don't get to sell anything.
And a lot of it, you don't know where the corn's coming from, or any of the produce is really coming from. And of course, it's so weird. When I was a kid, I love watermelon and cantaloupe and the melons. I couldn't wait for the melon season to come in because you never saw any melons between September and March, whatever. Now they bring watermelons in from South America and
There's some
places,
from
Mexico.
right now, and they're about on wholesale cost. You're looking at $10 a piece.
I know, and some of them are not very good, to be honest with you.
That's what I told them up there. I will wait till watermelon season really kicks
Right,
in before I
because
start dealing
the
with
ones
that.
out of Alabama and Georgia and southern states and Florida can be so good.
Oh yeah.
So sweet. And you get varieties and stuff, seedless and seeded and yellow meat and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Well, is it looking good then for this spring? Are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, even with strawberries right now, which they started covering them up the other day. Once
Yeah,
we had
that's
that
right.
Another initial little cold spell, they went ahead and covered them up, and I don't think anybody's even uncovered them, just because you
Waiting
have
to
to get those
see.
guys to go out and uncover and cover.
Well, it used you might as well leave them. It's
Yeah,
not going
might
to
as
hurt
well.
anything. And the thing is, a lot of people believe Jason and I were talking about this. My grandparents wouldn't do anything until Easter.
Oh yeah,
The old almanac said nothing till Easter.
Yeah, that's what my grandmother would always say: is don't put anything in the ground until after Good Friday.
Right.
Because you're going to have a blackberry winter and this and that, or if it thunders in February, there'll be a frost in April.
That's
and
what,
here and
that's
that. It's
Jason.
like,
I'd never heard that one before.
Oh, yeah.
If it thunders in February, you're going to have a frost in April.
So if there's bad storms on certain days, that was always the thing. Well, however many days it was, that's how many days of cold weather you're going to have. So,
Don't you love that stuff?
oh yeah,
I mean, that's a legacy.
It is.
It really is.
but then you get some things they say, and you're like, okay, we don't need to be saying
Yeah,
that
really. Yeah,
anymore.
well. Yeah, the woolly booger thing always used to throw me off. That would tell you whether or not you're going to have, the woolly booger worms. I guess they know better than we do. I don't know. But now let's talk about, since we got the produce down, you've got fresh produce when it's available. And you also have a big selection of jams, jellies, frozen stuff. Then we've got what my wife loves, the gift shop and the restaurant.
Yes, sir.
Y'all specialize in some really nice stuff in that restaurant.
Well, thank
It's
you.
more than just a ice cream and sandwich shop.
Oh
really.
yes, and actually that's what we've been dealing with Boar's Head. We're actually swapping a lot of our meats over to Boar's Head. And
yeah, it's
working
good
together with them
stuff.
with local companies and stuff, and even my mom And that was one of the things when we first came in. I think my mom, when she was little, she was the one that always had to go make supper from the fields.
Oh.
So my grandmother never got home to
In
sent home to
time.
make, well, she never got sent home from the fields to make supper because she was taller. She could do more. My mom, when she was little,
Oh yeah, might as
she
well
couldn't
get her
reach it.
cooked.
Yeah, get her. She
Couldn't
could
reach a
cook.
peach.
And so when we took over the business and everything, that was one thing that she really focused on. We're not going to cut quality for price. Like, we're not going to undercut or anything.
Oh,
like that.
excellent.
So that's what we're trying to always focus on, is making sure, yes, price is always a factor in there somewhere, but
Yeah, but-
quality is always going to overshoot that. You
Well,
always
I was
wanna
going to
have
say,
that.
you know, I don't mind paying for something if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
delicious or good quality.
Exactly.
I don't like it, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'll do it because, I mean, I don't want to put trash in my
No,
mouth
gosh,
or,
no.
you know,
Gosh, no.
crap. And so that's great. I sat and talked with your mom, by the way, back. It's been a couple of months ago,
Yeah.
but she was in there and I was sitting there eating a pimento cheese sandwich. And we sat and talked because we go way back,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, and your family does. But so you got all that great food and the ice cream
Mm-hmm.
is wonderful. Now tell me about the gift shop because you've got some unusual things that only you have there.
Yeah, it's funny kind of watching your customer base and seeing what the little niches are that kind of people gravitate towards. So for like us, like puzzles, for some reason, I guess everybody's going to the beach. You're going to have a day or two where you're going to have bad weather or something.
Oh yeah, my wife is a big.
I can't do it.
I don't like puzzles.
I can't do it.
They drive me crazy, and she gets mad when I take my pocket knife out and make one fit. You know, I'll whittle around. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, my wife loves puzzles.
Yeah. Me, I'm sitting there thinking, if I'm working on that, okay, I've been doing this for an
What
hour
could-
and a half
yeah.
to 2 hours.
And I've
what
got
could I
three-
be doing during all this time?
And I've only got 3 pieces I've found. I'm not
Yeah.
good at it. I
Well,
don't.
I've got 3 kids, and ranging from 7 to 3, and then we have about a 3-month-old. So then
Oh,
I'm like,
son,
okay,
there's no
I'm
puzzle
gonna,
in
no,
your
I'm going to be
house.
hunting for all of them. I will be cutting them out because I'm not going to find all of them. Anyways.
Well, and the thing is, the kid, you're not going to have all the pieces.
no, never.
Goes everywhere.
Yeah.
With a 3-year-old.
All over the place. And,
Yeah.
and couches, cushions, everything.
Yeah. It's almost as bad as Legos, except at least when you step on them barefoot, they don't hurt you.
Well, it depends on which way that puzzle
Well, that's true. The
decides to
puzzle
land.
could be lame. Yeah. Well, so you've got all these things. Now, how much of your business do you think is local and how much of your business is transient coming
I
right,
would
since you're
say
right on the interstate right there?
80 to 85% is transient,
Is it really that much?
honestly.
But now I have noticed, Colby, that when I've been in there, there are people that aren't from around here, but they're regulars.
Exactly.
So you do have regular customers. They just don't live around here.
Exactly. I mean, we do have a lot of people that come up from Marbury, from Prattville area, even Calera
Yeah.
to a point. But then they're kind of like the locals. They kind of know when the season starts to
You're
change.
right.
They really don't come between Friday and Sunday. It's usually your Monday through Thursday
Yeah, the
crowd. It's
weekday
you'll
when
see
this,
them.
they can go in, not so crowded.
Oh yeah,
not
because
so
I think
cra-
this last weekend there was an overturned 18-wheeler right there at the exit the other day, and it was
Oh,
like
man.
I had a few locals that came in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not. I love you, but I'll see you tomorrow."
Yeah, right. I love you, but not going to fight that
Yeah,
on the
no
internet.
thanks.
No,
Forget
that's right.
that.
Well, it's great. Now, I tell you, your family's wonderful. Y'all do a great job there. It's a wonderful accompaniment to this area. Great business and great service. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much
No,
for what you do.
no,
And
thank you.
we
We
appreciate you being so good to us here at Piper Peach Radio and in Clanton. And we thank you for your time. And I'll be down. I think I'll call Mary, but I'm pretty sure it's chicken salad time. So
More than likely,
I'm
that's-
okay with. I think I bought 2 pimento cheeses and 1 chicken salad last time, so I'm okay on my pimento cheese.
I don't blame you on that.
I love that stuff.
That's what I'm about to head down there now, and then start.
Are you
pulling
be
plant-
down there,
Well,
start
I gotta
working?
Start pulling plants in. Go ahead and get them
Oh,
inside.
I didn't think about that.
I
Yeah.
let them out last night just because the temperatures. I
Well,
know it'd start changing here
it was-
soon.
yeah,
but
you're-
let them get some rain. Don't have to water them, and then now. I'm gonna
Yeah, and
start
you're not
pulling
going to
them.
have a problem till after lunchtime. So
Oh, yeah, but most of our employees are high school kids. So.
you got to do it.
Yeah, I got to
There
go
you
down there and start getting.
By the way, I
everything
will say this too. I've always been impressed. The high school kids you do have working are wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Y'all do a good job of, I guess, training them or picking the ones that have a good, because they're always polite, nice, and attentive. They're not
sir.
just, deadwood. So.
We get a few of those. They usually kind of filter themselves out a
Yeah.
little bit, but it's
Well, apparently, if you do, you get them out or you train them because
training.
it's been
Training
good.
is the main thing, focus, and trying to get them to understand that this
What
is just
service is?
Well, you're going to have to do this the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Somebody's not going to talk for you. I've
Right.
had people that have come in, get an application for their kid with the kid standing behind them, turn an application
Oh,
in
no,
with
no,
the
no,
kid
no.
standing behind them and no interaction. So
No.
it's like, I'm not dealing with
Yeah,
these
that's
kids.
no. They can't come in and do it themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that's a good training ground.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, man.
You're so welcome. Good to
Appreciate
see
you being on with us.
Yes, sir, for
Kobe
sure.
Jones here with us from Durbin Farms, right here in Clanton, right off the interstate there. A great place, and I'll be there in just a little while.
Me and you too.
We'll be back with more right here on Piper Peach Radio's Morning Mayhem.
Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com. Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family.
Need care fast? Come see us at Chilton Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it. Looking to save some money and keep your vehicle running smooth? Head to McSweeney Auto Group for their oil change special, just $29.95. Mark your calendar for March 11th, 12th, and 13th, and again, March 26th, 27th, and 28th. And that's not all. This special will continue the 2nd and 4th weeks of April and May, giving you 3 full months of savings. Here's how it works. Take a quick test drive and receive your oil change voucher. It's that simple. Offer valid Tuesday through Thursday only. Excludes high performance and diesel oil changes. Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
We are back on this Monday, and man, it's again, the weather's a little weird. We had some rain. Now the temperatures are going to drop today. As the day goes on, it's going to get colder and colder. And they say probably around lunchtime, it will be upper 30s, 37 maybe. And again, between 11 and 2, we could see snow in the air. No accumulation, so don't panic. You don't have to get 6 loaves of bread and 3 gallons of milk. We're okay.
Sounds like a party.
Well, in the South, we do have our snow parties.
I mean, you throw
whether
down
the snow shows up or not.
I'm just hey, you throw a little sugar and some eggs and some vanilla and all that bread, and you've got bread
French
pudding,
toast.
French toast, bread pudding, anything you
Yes,
want to do.
sir.
It'd be
I
really
like
good.
them both.
I do too.
I love French toast. Oh,
I got some stuff that I want to know if you know these.
all right. Before we do that, I was remiss when you were talking about the girls softball tournaments all weekend.
Yes.
I was remiss in not asking about Burpzilla.
What was her name again, Baden? Y'all, obviously, this is great radio, but what was her name? Ella Merchant.
Ella Merchant could burp world class. Now, we have a legacy of world class female burping because of Baden's sister.
Yes, but Blair is exceptional.
Blair is exceptional. When I heard her let loose a blast a couple of years ago, it was shockingly good.
Yeah.
It sounded like a 350-pound sumo wrestler
You felt
letting
it, didn't
loose.
you? You felt
the
it.
earth moved.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the size meter, down at the University of Tuscaloosa registered a little bit. That's how good Blair's burp is. But we may have competition.
Well, this young lady from Maplesville, she was in the dugout, and we heard the first one, and it was pretty amazing. Then we heard another one.
The fact
and
that you heard it during a ball game from the dugout.
Yeah. It was louder than the chants that were going on from the dugout. And actually, we noticed that the block retaining wall around the backstop there at the ballpark on Chilton County High School, it actually shifted. It was
had a little
it
cracks
was
in it.
almost like an island during an earthquake.
Very
It
good.
moved.
Moved a little.
So it was impressive. She got a T-shirt out of it.
She deserved it.
That
She's cute as a button, but that
And
girl's got a talent for
she's so funny. But again,
Burpzilla.
we really encountered some great personalities on these local teams
Oh, yeah.
this weekend. Great personalities. So
I think it's great. I just wanted to bring that up because it was
Burpzilla.
Burpzilla. That was, and she was good natured about it, and it was wonderful. And she got a T-shirt.
she got a T-shirt.
I don't have a T-shirt.
It was way too big for her. I think it would probably become a sleep shirt, or she's going to sell it on the black market. If you could sell a Piper Peach T-shirt on the black market.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're so rare.
Well,
They're a collectible.
there's not a big demand for it, so it may not make the black market. Maybe the mauve market.
I don't know. There's the fact that there is a T-shirt. Baden is known for his.
Being a cheapskate.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say
Okay,
that.
that's
but-
what we're.
So when he does get T-shirts made, it's kind of a rarity,
It is.
and so
Somebody owes him a favor, and you wonder
Yeah.
what had to happen for that favor to be owed.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to know where these bodies are buried. I'm just
something.
saying.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. So anyway, she's got a collectible. I think it is a collectible. So thank
It
you,
will be one of
Burpzilla.
those days.
And
It will
she was
certainly be.
Maplesville, right?
Yes.
Very good.
We're
A
gonna
visor.
better not give away a visor this week. I've been begging this cat for a visor for years now.
Well-
I've got a nice ball cap. Don't get me wrong, but I love a visor. He just won't do it.
Well, he's got to give one away.
I'm
He's got one.
I'm
He's
getting
going
ready to
give it
hold him
away.
hostage. Yeah, he's going to give it to Coach Robinson. She said, I need a visor. He said, I'll get you one. I begged for a visor. He said, nah. So,
Well, I don't have a visor or a hat, so there you go. But then again, I don't work that hard, so you know.
Well,
I don't
neither
really,
do I, but I
don't
mean,
really. Oh,
I
you
need
did
something to keep out of my
all
face.
those games in one weekend, and you got more to come. I think you earned your visor. He needs to come up with a visor for you. I'm going to start a movement. A visor for Jason.
Never mind. We're not going to talk about movements. Anyway.
VFJ, visor for Jason.
You know what? If he is the chairman of that committee, I'm getting a visor. Bill, I need you to
working
step
on it.
in. I need your help.
VFJ, visor for Jason.
That's right.
Be a member of the VFJ today.
Yeah. Don't make my guys. Don't make my steering committee have to come after you, Baden.
Yeah, our steering committee right now of one.
That's right.
But you don't want me.
You don't
coming
need to
after
be scared of the committee. You need to be scared of what the committee is steering. I'm just saying that's the way Bill rolls. Literally rolls all
yeah,
over
that's
you.
true. I'm pretty clumsy.
Did you know?
Yes, sir.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
I found this odd. It is illegal to whisper in someone's ear in Alaska while they are moose hunting.
Do you yell?
I don't know what you do in their ear while they're moose hunting. But don't go, shh, there's a moose.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Look, that moose is coming after you.
And then
Moose kill people a lot.
They do. And then the wildlife officials, the officers come out of the weeds. They're just, they're out there waiting to hear
Listening
somebody
for a
whisper.
whisper. I wonder if they got those
They do. They got
parabolic things with the
pointing-
earphones where
Absolutely.
they're listening for whispering moose hunters.
Aha!
Wait a minute. I hear a
That'll be
whisper.
$10, fella.
Darn it. They're hunting for duck. We can't get them.
Oh, ducks, you say?
You've got something for ducks.
I went up a bitch. I meant ducks, you say?
Well, adolescents can do that for you.
My wife is looking forward to me hitting puberty, I'm telling you.
Yep.
Did you know in Kentucky? And that sounds like a joke automatically. Well, this one time in Kentucky, it is unlawful to sell dyed ducks, chickens, or rabbits unless selling them in quantities of 6 or more.
What in the world? Dyed ducks, chicken, or what? Geese?
Rabbits.
Rabbits.
No, you can sell all the dyed geese you want to.
So is this a big market dyeing? What colors do they dye them?
Apparently, it is.
Like a pink bunny
I
rabbit or
don't
something?
know. Well, you got bluegrass in Kentucky. It may be a.
Well, now, I do
a
know
blue
this.
chicken.
I have seen. Do you remember that you don't see them anymore? I guess PETA got into this. Do you remember that a lot of gas stations and novelty shops sold rabbit's foots for luck?
Yes.
And remember, they were actual rabbit feet that had a little metal cap over the bone on the end and made it a keychain. And it was supposed to have been good. Remember,
I had
rabbit's
one.
foot's supposed to
Yes.
be good fun. And I do remember as a child being fascinated with the fact that some of these rabbits' feet were blue and some were green and some were pink because they would dye them pretty color.
Right.
So did they dye the whole rabbit or the whole chicken and the whole? Why?
I don't know. But I
But
found
you
it
got- if
very
you do-
odd.
It's not illegal if you're doing 6 or more.
You got to have 6 or more. Under 6, it's illegal.
If you dye 4 rabbits or 5
Yeah.
chickens, you could go to jail.
You absolutely could. I think it might be a misdemeanor. But if you get 5 chartreuse bunnies, you're getting a fine, fella. 6,
6, you're okay.
you're
6
okay.
or more,
you're making a killing
you're
down at the
making a
market.
killing.
How about this one in California? And we were talking about I don't find this odd, as a matter of fact. that
California, nothing's odd.
It is illegal. I'm going to do 4 or 5 more of these. These are fun. It's illegal to eat a frog that died during a frog jumping competition. If he died doing anything else,
Yeah, but if he
It's
dies
fine.
during the frog jumping competition, you have to just waste him and bury him. You
It's like
can't eat him.
no, but you might want to be careful because if he dies during the frog jumping competition, that could be the frog that was juicing. So
so they don't
it
want
could
you
be
getting
steroid. It could be
steroids and stuff.
steroid frog, and his
Can you
little heart
juice
just
a
explodes.
frog? Did frogs?
I tried juicing a frog one time, but it clogged up the blender for
Yeah,
weeks. It was a
it's
terrible
hard
mess.
to clean that mess up.
Terrible
It's
mess.
like Bassomatic.
Yeah, I knew in high school when we dissected frogs in biology, a guy took one of the tongues out of one of the frogs because it was already full of formaldehyde. He carried that around as a good luck charm for years. I won't tell you
How
the name
big
because
is a
he's still in the
frog's
community.
tongue?
I don't know. It's like a henway.
Yeah, what's a henway?
About 4 pounds. Anyway, in Alabama.
I set you up for that.
You
Just
did.
wanted
Thank
to
you, by the way, and I appreciate it. Baden really wanted to know what a henway was. In Alabama, it is illegal to train bears to wrestle.
Where's this?
In Alabama.
You know why?
Why?
That's how Bear Bryant got his name.
That's right, but he did that
He
in Arkansas.
supposedly in Arkansas wrestled a bear, and he got called Bear Bryant.
Well, I think the biggest problem with it's illegal to train a bear to wrestle in Alabama is because they have a little trouble with the figure 4 leg lock.
Do they? Is
Yeah.
it because their
It's
shoulder?
the
do they have-
suplex. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they probably have a lot of rotator cuff problems with bears, and I don't know many veterinarians who can do shoulder surgery.
What? No. And then you remember the old iron claw that the Von Erich family from Texas
Yeah.
used. Yeah, that's hard for the bears to do too. They have claws anyway.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. But I think they trim those when they have to wrestle. Do they have to wear a diaper when they wrestle too? By the way,
Tights, and it's really
tights.
it's kind of difficult.
How do you fit a bear for tights? Aren't they? don't
Very carefully.
I think you have to do it when they're hibernating.
Probably so. And then they wake
That's
up.
when I would wrestle one, only when he was hibernating.
Exactly. And really, that's more cuddling than wrestling.
And this bear cuddling's fun.
Yeah.
They make that low.
Oh, when you gotta need to clarify when you say bear cuddling, because the spelling of the word bear completely changes the meaning at some point.
Well, when you BEAR
Okay, that's better.
cuddle,
Okay.
aren't you BARE when you do it? The bear is. The
guess it
BEAR
probably depends
is
on what the bear's had to
BARE
drink. I don't know.
when he's hibernating.
That's true.
He's not wearing PJs.
No, it's just
It's just
straight on furry
it's a
underpants.
BEAR BARE. I mean, it's a BARE BEAR.
You ready for this one?
Okay, I don't know.
It's illegal to sing in your swimsuit in the state of Florida.
I can see that.
It is in New
What
Orleans.
is that, men and women?
Yeah.
See, I can see it with men.
Now, if you
I
take
don't
the
wanna
swimsuit off, it's fine.
I don't want a guy in a swimsuit hitting vibrato low notes.
No,
that's not a pretty
It has
sight.
to dig down deep. And
Yeah, and
yeah.
you don't want to see that movement.
You don't want to see the
But
guy
now
singing
I'll
tenor
pay
either.
extra to see a woman sing in a bathing suit.
Will you?
Yeah. You take it.
He's taking volunteers.
You
That's
take
all
it,
aboard.
yeah. You get a girl that will put on a regular clothes and sing. That's nice.
But here's the
But if she'll sing in a bathing suit, that's nicer.
So listen, if you can't sing in your swimsuit in
Can
Florida,
you sing naked?
do you have to take the swimsuit off in order to sing?
In Florida, you probably do.
Leave it to Florida.
Florida man.
God bless America. In Louisiana, you just know that this is going to have something to do with an alligator. It really doesn't. It is illegal in the city of New Orleans to knit on a roller coaster. I've often knitted on a roller coaster.
All right, can you crochet on a roller coaster? How about needlepoint?
So now we're
Is only knitting?
now we're in the gray area of the law. This is
Yeah.
what makes it so difficult.
Yeah. Because I think if you couldn't knit on a roller coaster, I don't think you could crochet. Although you could needlepoint, but boy, that'd be an ugly needlepoint when you got down.
It would be.
Finished with it.
And not to mention the point of the needle would be stuck somewhere that
You'd be
you
able
really
to have bloody fingers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's a good one.
Oh boy.
In the state of
When's
Kentucky,
this going to end?
we're back to Kentucky. So the dyed ducks and rabbits and all that stuff. A woman cannot marry the same man more than 3 times.
Isn't that a lot of places? I know that in the state of Alabama, you can't marry more than 5 times or 6 times. I think there's somebody can help us out with that. But I think because here's the deal. Patty Wheeler, who I worked with for years, Patty and the Doc, and then daughter Patty and Dollar Bill. She was married 7 times, but to 5 men, because she married 2 of them twice. So she had 7 weddings to 5 men.
Isn't there a movie, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers?
But this was 7 men for 1 woman.
Well, at first you don't succeed.
Actually,
you
it's five men.
try
5
again.
men for 1 woman, but 7 husbands for 1 woman. She believed that when she divorced them, they stayed friends, and the new husbands had to agree for 2 things. This is no lie. She made her husband, when somebody proposed to her and she'd marry him, she said, I got 2 rules. One is, I'm friends with my ex-husbands. You got to be friends with them too. They can come stay, visit. No bad blood between any of us. They'd say, okay. And I have a boyfriend. And I go out on dates with him and stay over with him sometimes. You got to agree to me having a boyfriend because I've had him for years. And apparently they'd say, okay. And she had 7 husbands, 7 weddings, 5 men.
Last one. You ready for this one?
I don't know.
And believe it or not, I filtered through these. So I'm not just reading them off. I'm finding the good ones.
These are the good ones.
These are in Utah.
Mormon country.
Okay, this one time in Utah, I shot a man in Reno just to watch.
Just to watch him die, but that's close.
First cousins in Utah can marry, but only if they're over the age of 65.
All right. First cousins
Walker County,
can
you're
marry,
out.
but they both have to be over the age of 65.
So you can have a hankering for your first cousin in Utah, but don't you make a move unless
Until
you're over the age of 65.
Both of you are over the age
That's
of
right.
65.
Right.
Wow. I mean, it'd be something if you had a first cousin that you really had a hankering for.
I
You
like
were
that word,
66,
hankering.
but the cousin was 18.
Oh, no, then that's Bill Clinton territory there.
Yeah, that is.
That's a little.
Well,
that's
Where did you find these little snippets of fact?
well. These are all things that I've had
they
to do
been
with personally in my
corroborated?
life, and just those are things I found out the hard way.
Well, supposedly I had read.
I was walking around with 5 chartreuse duckies, and I thought, hey, I'm going to sell these things.
You're
just
in
happened to be
trouble
in
'cause
Kentucky.
You needed one more.
The Louisville police came along at the market and said, not so fast, my friend.
Let me count your
Chartreuse
chartreuse ducks. There's only 5. You're going to jail, my friend.
I love your duckies. Let me count them.
Well, I did remember that years ago I read that in the state of Alabama, it was still a law on the books that you could beat your wife if you were a husband as long as the stick wasn't
Heck
bigger
yeah.
than your thumb.
Heck yeah.
And is that true?
I don't know. I know the one that Kristen beats me with is much larger than my thumb.
Well, I think this is only man, female. I think a woman can shoot you or beat you to death with a.
Don't give her
I don't
any
think
ideas.
there's a
My wife's
rule.
from West Blockton.
My wife, I love Mary to the bottom of my heart, but I'm also scared to death of that woman.
She's ruthless. She gets that look. They have that look.
Oh, and she back it up every time.
Yeah. And
Remember, I told you she grew up in a family of 8 that were poor and had to chop cotton and pick peaches. She does not wither easily. She's a force with which to reckon.
now, Kristen will whip your rear end. Now, she'll take a 2-hour nap right after she does it, but she's going to.
Well, they'll wear you out.
And she might not win, but she's going to fight to a draw.
My wife will win.
So,
Yeah, something else. There was another. What was it? Oh, there also. We're going to take a break, but there's also another one I remember that's still on the books. It's bizarre. It's illegal to go to church without a gun. That's illegal.
they must have
Because
visited at Mineral Springs. I'm
Well,
just saying.
back in the Indian days,
Yeah.
the Native Americans knew that when all the people were gathered together in one building, it was ripe pickings to come get the settlers and set them on fire and attack them. So
Well,
it was against the law in the early days to even go to church and not have a gun with you.
Well, the Native Americans were sneaky too. They posed as church greeters. So when they come through going, hey, how are ya? Hey, everybody just thought they just thought they were getting.
Yeah, I got it.
And that's kind of an ugly vision of my mind that just came out of me.
Well, that's an old. You're just going back into the 60s.
I'm reaching way
You're
back.
just going way back.
And I wasn't
how are
allowed,
ya?
hey, how are you? Give me a bulletin. I'm going to go sit down now.
We're going to take a break and let you digest some of this you just heard. Good luck. And we'll be back with more coming up right here on Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Please come back.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
What time are we?
Not much. Hey, we're back. That's Dollar Bill over there.
Yeah, and that's Jason right there. And,
Hey,
you know, he just said, how are we going to end this? I said, after those weird things, I don't know that it will ever end now.
I did.
It will stay in your mind forever.
I did receive something, and thank y'all. And I hate to go to my phone. That's a pet peeve of mine. But I'm going to do it because I got the best little. You see that? That is crazy.
What is that?
That is an advertisement for a car show that's taking place April 5th from 2 to 5 p.m. It's sponsored by the Jemison High School Blue
good.
Regiment. It benefits the bands. It's going to have classic cars, hot rods, customs. Registration is $25 per entry, and you can get a free ice cream cone from Old Town Scoops in Jemison. Have you ever been by Old Town Scoops?
Yes, I love
that great?
They got the greatest. They got some of those Hershey flavored ice creams that are amazing. But she's so nice too.
She is. But that's the car show.
So when's that? April 4th?
April 4th. It's a 2-day event.
I may have
but
to go
it's
to that.
$25 per car.
Baden, could you put the Big Juicy in that? We could have Big Juicy in there. But
Yeah.
I want to see Baden pony up $25.
He's not doing that.
No, it's not going to.
There will be no candy.
He
and
may find out where the boundary is
And
and
park
pull
right
up
there.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Just on.
That's what we'll do.
There you go. Well, he's got to already charge for bathroom use here now because he's got to pay for that massive roll of toilet paper he's got
Have
in
you
there.
seen that thing?
I have. You can see it from the moon. That's the biggest roll
I
of
think you
toilet.
could circle it.
It's the biggest
circle the
roll
moon.
of toilet paper I've ever seen.
Never seen anything like that.
And it's on the regular little
you know,
toilet
listen,
paper thing. So it
you
looks
know
ridiculous.
he didn't buy it. He went straight over to the rest area and stole that out of the restaurant.
Oh, it came out of the Alabama rest area. Had to.
Well, he was
Because I noticed that for a while we were having, if we had to clean ourselves up in there, he had those free Alabama maps.
Yes.
Split, cut in little pieces. And they were not good.
No, they were not.
Too slick.
And then you misunderstood because there was a mud flat listed on there, and that's clearly it was very
good.
uncomfortable. No good at all.
So he went back to get more free maps and found these rolls of toilet paper.
Really, what happened is he went over to the rest area looking for a date the other night, and
did he? Yeah.
you know, you can't.
What happened at Waffle House?
Absolutely.
Oh, I remember the Waffle House incident in February. Yeah.
Kind of a bad deal
Bad
there,
deal.
but you know, he didn't get a date, but he came back with a gigantic roll of toilet paper, which is, I mean, it's pretty handy. You don't have to worry about running out anytime.
No, not anytime soon. And you could, you can use it to clean up oil spills on the interstate and everything, and still have plenty left over. That's the biggest roll of toilet. I can't imagine.
But on some level, what blows your mind a little bit, it's still comforting at the same time.
It's
good to know it's there.
Yeah.
It's almost like a security blanket.
You can pull and pull and pull, and you'll never have to worry about running out for a while.
And sometimes you just do that for the fun of it, and then roll it back.
Then it's all
like a game.
Yeah, it's all poofy and weird.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you really want to mess with Baden's mind, do that to the toilet paper roll. He will put a padlock on the bathroom door if you do that.
No, he won't put a padlock. He'll put one of those locks that you have to put a quarter in to unlock. Yeah.
We're
Suddenly
getting
that'll
charged for
become
that.
that'll be a pay toilet.
Well, now that's the way he's going to pay for the entry fee for Big Juicy into the car show.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Big Juicy, by the way, if you don't know what that is, that's our Piper Peach radio van.
It's not a mascot; it's a vehicle.
It's a van, and
he found
it's
it down
wrapped.
by the river.
Yeah. I live in a van down by the river.
It does. It is right, and they did I don't know the company that did it, but they did a really good job.
They
on the
did
wrap.
do a good job. It's
looks,
pretty.
Yeah.
He actually brought it by my house yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm borrowing some tables for a yard sale, and he was kind enough to come by. But people were stopping and pointing and looking. They thought I was a celebrity because the Big Juicy was in my driveway.
Well, listen, can I just tell you, I don't know that there has been anything that he's done that has been more noticeable advertisement than just driving that thing around
Big
town.
Juicy.
And I'm glad he got the wrap because I was very uncomfortable with it when he did not have it wrapped.
Well, we want to explain to people that the reason you're uncomfortable because it looked like a 1970s Predator van, and it had different colored fenders and lots of Bondo.
Well, let me just say, there were one of two things looked like it was going to come out of that van. Terrorists carrying backpacks.
Right.
Or
yelling Ali Akbar.
Whatever. And then someone with a bag of candy sitting outside a playground.
With a big, thick mustache.
Yeah. Yeah.
And suspenders.
It was scary. So the wrap was the way to go on Big Juicy. Yeah. I'm not nearly as uncomfortable. And by the way, if you've not looked, have you looked in the back of Big Juicy?
No, I haven't. I'm scared to.
All right, so we get to the stadium for the softball tournament, and for whatever reason, they don't have a table that they don't have an extra table, and they need an extra table. What does Baden do? Throws open the back of Big Juicy, and there is a table. I don't know where he has gotten everything that's in the back of that van, but I'm just saying he's dumpster diving on the weekends.
Is there still a table left, or did we get all your tables yesterday?
I got one upstairs. Still a table.
You still got one upstairs.
Still a table. There's a still in the back of it.
Well, I mean, a still.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I might get in on that.
And isn't that an oxymoron when you have a still in the back of a moving vehicle?
Yeah, this sounds. It's like, why do they call them apartments when they're together?
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Why do you park on a parkway, or why do you drive on a parkway and park on a driveway?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Now my mind is blown. My day is ruined. Exactly. So we're going to pause for a moment, just take a breath, do a self-cleansing moment. Breathe in with us.
Especially since we were talking about toilet paper.
That's right.
Cleansing moment.
Deep breath in and release. Bill, it's been a fun day.
Are we done?
I think we're pretty close. Let's see. We've got 5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes.
And
okay.
I don't think dead air really is the way that he wants us to wrap this thing up.
No. I think it's great. You know, the beauty of it is this last 5 minutes, we can take a moment to say thank you to everybody who does watch and listen and support Piper Peach Radio. Our sponsors are amazing. And of course, being Piper Peach Radio, it's not terrestrial radio. You have to kind of go to do a little effort to watch and listen to us, right? My wife still struggles sometimes with, if she can see us, she can't always hear us. When she can hear us, she can't always see us. So it's, especially for older folks that hadn't been doing a lot of stuff on their phones or their computers. So it takes a little effort, and we want to thank everybody for doing that, because this is the way to go. It's the future, and the thing is, it's, again, as I want to point out, I want to thank you, and I thank Baden, and thank everybody that works at Piper Peach Radio for doing what they do to support this community, because you find very few stations that will go to the effort they do, or we do here at Piper Peach. And I mean, I might say we, I'm using as the royal we. I don't do much, but you guys do a lot to cover everything positive in the community, not negative stuff. You follow all the teams you can with 6 schools. And listen, those 6 schools aren't within a block of each other. We're talking pretty far apart between Marbury and Jemison and up and down the road. That takes distance and time to cover these things. Civic organizations, we try to help them. We talk to businesses like Durbin Farms and all the Peach Park and all the things and all the restaurants and all the people that make this a great community and keep it vibrant. And then again, the political stuff, you try to follow as much and help as much to let people know what's going on politically in the area. And, you just saw Jemison go through an entire restructuring, basically, of their city government between all their council members and their mayor. It's amazing. And a lot of people would not have been able to keep up with who all's running and what they're doing if it hadn't been for the forum that we aired live on Piper Peach Radio. So again, we want to thank you, if you're listening or watching right now, for going to the effort to watch and listen. That's right. And anything we can do to be better, let us know, because we do listen to feedback from the community, because that's what we're here to serve, the community. And
what do you want to hear? That means what
right.
do you want?
Can we do to make it better?
What do you want in your morning show? What's some content that maybe you'd like to hear? Because you've got 2 guys here that can ramble on about anything.
Yeah, we may have disappointed you this morning a little bit. I used to tell people, and they say, "Oh, I listened to you for years," and I say, "Well, thank you for lowering your standards enough to listen to me." But we want high standards here at Piper Peach. We really do. We want to do the stuff. It doesn't do us any good for us to cover what we want to do or hear.
Right.
We want to do what you want to see and hear, and what you need, and what will fulfill your viewing and listening needs. And
we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, that's true.
We just want you to enjoy it with us.
We got, we get the Clanton Cake Company brings us goodies. We get food and drink. So we are having a good time. We just want to do it so you're having a good time too.
That's right, too. I'd like to thank our sponsors: Chilton Mobile Home Supply, Central Alabama Wellness, Coca-Cola. Mike Baker, good morning to you. Yes, Mike. Chilton Chamber of Commerce, Larry Puckett Chevrolet, Putter Up, Wood Surfside Marina, Market 22, This and That Vinyl, and Workout Anytime. Those are our sponsors, and we broadcast, as always, live from the Clanton Tractor Studio. This is
Thank you.
Yeah. So Colby, earlier you interviewed, he actually has his name on a record now. Right. So
we get all our guests that come on and talk to us to sign a record. And Colby got to sign one up high because he's like 7 feet tall.
Actually, he's just skinny. He's not that tall. The skinnier you are, the taller you are.
He is skinny.
He is pretty skinny, though.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a tapeworm. Anyway, but Colby,
I tried to get one of those.
Did you?
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Couldn't find one.
You have to special order them.
Do you?
You do.
Do you know you can online?
Uh-huh.
You really can. You can
order a tapeworm and swallow it.
Yes.
And then it will do its job.
I guess.
I don't know
how you get rid of them.
I think it's very uncomfortable at some point, especially when it peeks its little head out.
I figure you just drink something and then a day later you get rid of it.
And then you come to the restroom and Piper Peach Radio, and you use the exceedingly large.
You can clean yourself up beautifully here.
You can. It is.
Maybe that's what we could do. We could become a destination for people getting rid of their tapeworms.
But you didn't hear that, but
You
Baton
can
said,
charge 'em.
no. You can charge them.
You charge them.
Tapeworm removal, $5
Yeah.
each.
No, I don't want to do the removal. But tapeworm removal facility, $5.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to take care of it yourself.
I'm just saying it. But the average person doesn't know they have one, so
Oh yeah, that's true.
then
Well,
you,
I don't know if they're eating all the time and they're really skinny. They've either got great metabolism or a tapeworm.
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
I do. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you, Dollar Bill. Hey, we're out of time.
We got to go.
So
Thank you so much for watching and listening this morning.
So for Dollar Bill, I'm Jason. You've been listening to Piper Peach Radio's Morning Mayhem. It's been a great big Monday, and hope that you have a fantastic day. Stay warm, stay dry. Listen to some
And stay
baseball this
safe.
afternoon. Stay
Yeah.
safe. God bless you.